After working in Kabul, Afghanistan for 2.5 years, we decided for the safety of our family to leave the warring country and return to the United States. Before going home though, we took a month-long trip to Sri Lanka. We touched down in Colombo, the capital of Sri Lanka, a city of 1 million people, in May of 1998, and took lodging at the Galle Face Hotel, which was built in 1864 by the British. Its display board mentions that famous people like Bo Derek, Prince Philip, and John D. Rockefeller have stayed there. It is a bit run down now, but at least it has a lot of character and sits on the ocean. Sri Lanka was known for many years in the Western world as Ceylon, the name that the Portuguese gave it. In the 1970s, the name was changed to Sri Lanka. The local Sinhalese people have always called the country Lanka after a 2,000-year-old king, and the Sri was added, which means auspicious. The island is 78% Buddhist Sinhalese and about 18% Hindu Tamil. There has been years of fighting between the two groups. The Tamil population is concentrated in the northern Jaffna region of the country, although there are hill country Tamils who were brought over by the British to work on the tea plantations and are mostly from lower Hindu caste. These Tamils have kept out of the bloody conflict for an independent northern state. We decided to pay $1 each to leave Colombo by train and travel 68 miles south to Hikkaduwa to spend some time on the beach. We took the Colombo to Matara line, which is the one where just 1 mile before Hikkaduwa in the town of Paralaya on December 26, 2005, at 9:20 a.m., 1,000 passengers lost their lives when their commuter train was hit by a tsunami. At first the train, which was stopped, was knocked off the track by a slow-moving first wave. Then, according to railroad worker Wadikiel Silva, who was riding in a small compartment behind the train's engine, the water began to recede and villagers clambered aboard to seek refuge from the floodwaters. Somebody shouted, "There's another wave coming." I looked out and I saw a wave 25 to 30 feet high. The water was completely black. It was like a mountain moving towards us. The raging water pulled Silva out a window, up and over the top of the train, and he was swept along, bobbing up and down, swallowing water for half a mile before he managed to grab a tree. Silva survived the tsunami, but 35,000 other Sri Lankans did not. We headed to Hikkaduwa during the May to October monsoon season. It would be off-season and there would be few tourists around. Hikkaduwa has a nice coral sanctuary that stretches out a couple hundred meters offshore. But unfortunately the surf was too rough and the water too turbid to do any snorkeling. We rented a little bungalow for a few dollars a night right on the beach that had its own restaurant. The locals were out playing on the beach. They were trying to trap fish behind the main berm of sand. The weather wasn't very nice during the 4 days we stayed there, but we still took walks on the windswept beach. Zachariah enjoyed playing in the sand for the first time in his life.
Hey!
And sent greetings to his relatives. He was born in Peshawar, Pakistan, and had lived in Kabul, Afghanistan for the 2 years of his life. You could see how unprotected the buildings were along the beach and could only imagine what the tsunami had done to them. Noreen went dress shopping down the main drag for something casual and cool. Sri Lanka's coast is insufferably hot and humid.
It looks nice. Fresh.
I think this better is not here, like this one is better.
Zach, are you gonna get something too? Mommy's new dress.
We also went to a local Buddhist shrine that was filled with lots of eerie paintings and statues depicting the temptation and sufferings of Buddha.
The sun is coming on his face. You can't tell the story?
No, we don't know his story. No.
He stays here all the time? That man? Like
Yeah.
the priest?
Yeah.
And who is this person standing on the fish? From beginning, life to death.
Blessing, like Jesus,
But is it money or food?
right?
They get
So the baby's all... His head is cut off. This one also is cut off. He's in the fire. Uh-huh. This is the outside. The Buddha is inside.
One day we went to a green turtle breeding facility and checked out all the little fellows that they were hatching.
There in April. Another 107 eggs in April. They pretty?
They don't come out of the water.
These are ocean turtles. They'd have to put them back into the ocean eventually. No, they live in the water. What do you think of that big one, Zach? This is an albino turtle. They're good swimmers, you see? These are only 2 days old. Babies, they're 2 days old. Zach?
They look the same.
Yeah, well, they're not going to grow so much in 2 days.
They also demonstrated there how to make rope from a coconut husk.
Then pounded after 3 months. This is how they take the husk off the coconut and they make rope from it. if you tie the catamarans together.
So you take 40 members, Sri Lanka, interesting journey. And Madam, how do you say, Arnold? The Madam working commerce in North Sri Lanka, Madam here.
The following day, we shot down to the ancient city of Galle, which was only a 50-cent bus ride away. The town was first discovered and named by a Portuguese fleet headed for the Maldives that harbored there in 1505, and was named after a crowing cock, or galo in Portuguese. The Dutch took Galle in 1640 and built a 72-acre fort that still stands on the promontory today, in almost perfect repair.
This is Galle Point, the fort.
We stopped at the New Oriental Hotel, which was used to house the Dutch governor back in 1684, and became a hotel in 1863.
Look at how the local people used to dress, very elegantly.
Last night in Hikkaduwa, the weather finally started to clear, leaving us with a beautiful sunset.
I think it's dark.
Look at these nice clouds up there.
They're more westernized, I think,
Yeah.
that's why.
The shrimper is having his inside.
The next day, we headed further south to Unawatuna, which, according to the Lonely Planet Guide, had a picture book sweep of Golden Beach and was less touristic than Hikkaduwa. Unawatuna Bay is only about 8 miles south of Hikkaduwa. We chose to stay at the Seaview Guest House, which is one of Unawatuna's longest-running guest houses and is owned by the Yatawara family.
May 18th. This is our new hotel, the Seaview Inn. Seaview Inn.
And Daddy will come to you with the
We
camera.
have upstairs room. It's very nice. It's not any more expensive than the other place.
The rooms overlook the beach just across the dirt road, and their staff cooked and delivered some great food to our room.
Learning to eat with your hands. Good. You already know how to eat with a spoon. You know how to eat with a spoon. Now you're learning how to eat with your hands.
This simple room cost about $7 a day. From our porch, we could see local stilt fishermen on their perches. Behind our guest house, there was an open field that was intended to become a big, ritzy resort hotel. If this project is ever completed, the sleepy character of this end of the bay will completely disappear.
But the people are fighting it. People of the village don't want all these tourists to come here. They say it's going to change the nature of the life here. They're absolutely right. So for now, they've stopped. Of course, the owner is promising them jobs, all sorts of promises, but they don't trust these big hotel owners. Right now, there's just an old mansion. Very peaceful. In the future, everything will be. Yeah. They're probably worried somebody will cut them down. It's against their project. They number all the trees. Make sure that the people don't steal them.
Noreen and I celebrated our third wedding anniversary at Unawatuna.
That's right. I thought it was our monthly anniversary. I thought it was our monthly anniversary. It's
Very nice of you.
our third anniversary. Third. Zach is 2 years old. And we're staying in a wonderful place on the beach. And we're lying in bed and we look at this out the window. Out the back door, a wonderful breeze comes in.
What are you two guys doing?
Mystery car. Hey? What kind of car? Mystery car.
You are not doing anything, Zach. I didn't see you doing anything.
He's drawn on this part.
Okay, thank you.
We went out to dinner up the road in Gal that evening.
Right? What do you have on your shirt? Chicken, and we're going to eat. We're going to Gal to eat for Mommy and Daddy's anniversary, right?
The next day I took an outrigger ride out into the bay to look at the sea turtles that live there. Sea turtles lay their eggs on this beach around the full moon from October to March.
Now we're riding the waves. Look at the swells. And the big ones. You can see that one I just went by. We're looking for the turtle.
We found one resident sea turtle and chased it ruthlessly around until it finally came up for air. Pardon me, Sierra Club members, but I was caught up in the excitement of the moment.
Into the water. Now you see him. He's sitting around. Oh, come on, son! Now I'm losing track of him. I can't see him. Where did he go? He's sitting on the bottom right there, you see? He's been very close to the shore. And very close to these two tourists. They don't even know about it. Yeah, I see. He's gonna come up with his head?
Yeah.
He like you? Yeah. Oh, he just came up. That's all for today.
Nice trip, huh?
Very good, yeah. Enjoyed it a lot. I don't know what your name is. What is your name?
Come on.
Come on. He knows a lot about the nature here,
Yeah.
about the fish and
Everything.
the turtles. He's a wise man of the sea.
We took a little walk to a nearby cafe.
By the ocean. And today I even saw a green turtle there.
See, look, stand over there. Look from here.
And were surprised at the size of the lizard that we saw there.
Dinosaur.
Yeah.
Whoa, big
I
stuff.
wouldn't want one of these falling off my ceiling in the middle of the night.
You see it?
See it? It's over there on the sand. Look.
A rocky point protected the Unawatuna Bay from the sea's wrath, pounding away at huge boulders.
Wild coastline.
Inside the bay, however, the water was clear, warm, and calm.
There goes Mommy for the first time in the ocean. Up to her ankles. Up to her knees.
You can stand here.
The locals liked it too. The women would demurely go in with all their clothes on and then engage in some questionable frolic with their boyfriends.
They're enjoying.
We took a walk down the beach which seemed to go on forever. Luckily, we were able to find some nice shady spots along the way. I took little Zach on his first outrigger ride, accompanied by a little Swedish boy in his birthday suit. I, on the other hand, was wrapped up to stave off as many UV rays as I could block. The local men were abusing alcohol on the weekend, even going so far as to bring their rum bottles right into the sea with them. Both men and women brought stuff by to sell us on the beach.
We'll bargain with her.
Chance.
What's your last price?
How much is the trouser?
I still have a nicely carved elephant made from coconut wood that I bought on the beach 8 years ago. I stepped on some coral and my foot was in terrible pain, so I went to see the local podiatrist hoping that he could relieve it. His office was practically open air since the boards were spaced so far apart. It was not only his office, but his kitchen and home as well. One day we took a walk across the peninsula through the forest with a young guide who happened to be an excellent cocoa palm climber. He didn't need any special boots with spurs on them to climb the palms. He did it in bare feet. We even saw breadfruit, the food that kept Captain Cook alive in the South Pacific. The other side of the peninsula was uninhabited and not nearly as scenic as Unawatuna. Some fishermen had stashed their boats at the spot where we exited from the jungle.
Roll down the beach.
That was the last escapade before we headed back to Colombo in order to catch a train to Kandy and head into the country's interior where we could get away from the heat and visit some tea plantations and climb Adams Peak at night.